Oh my goodness gracious!
I wasn't expecting that.
It's authentic.
So it's authentic. There's no perpetrating. So
This is me. I ain't trying to be nobody else.
BlueTigersFitted, BlueTigersFitted.com now, internets. Of course. Back at it. That's right, .com.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you should have a little, what's them little people? Was the compact
little
Presario
people?
the blue people. What was the little, why was it dancing blue
More
men?
Smurfs?
No, the blue
He wants
dudes
some
with
Oompa
the blue man group?
Loompas?
What was that shit? The Blue Man Group? Weren't they on like a computer chip commercial too?
Yeah,
like
Dell.
Intel or some shit like
yeah.
that?
Yeah, you're right.
That's
Facts.
a throwback. Right
That's
there,
old as fuck.
boy.
You
Yeah.
old fucker.
Yeah, right.
Who puts blue men like trying to sell computer chips? Let's put blue men in there.
It was the early 2000s.
Yeah,
it
was
was
popping.
definitely a different time.
The Blue Men Group. Who's a
They
bunch
was
of
popping.
fucking weirdos that dresses up in blue leotards?
Shit, they
And
got
blue
millions
paint.
of dollars probably.
They
so.
really do. They pay the shit too. That's the crazy part.
Probably some weirdo fetish shit. Like, come on, guys, let's get in this. Where's the seam in that bitch? How do you step in the blue man suit?
I think it's just
I
blue
don't
paint
know.
and like
No, it wasn't paint. It looked like blue stocking. Oh, like pantyhose.
no, it's just guys in blue paint with fucking like a turtleneck and shit. I thought and they
I-
played the
I-
drums.
Yeah, I swear it was like
yeah.
the dudes in like the shit in the scary movies where you see somebody try to reach through the thing and be like, oh.
Has it been the same ones? Can they replace people?
It's
Would
like,
you really know?
It's like Daft Punk. Who are they?
That's what I'm saying. Would you really know if they,
Probably not.
one of the
That's-
motherfuckers could
All
have
I know
died
is
and they
it was a
replaced them?
trio of men in blue.
Pause.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Internet. If you hear those voices, it's Scumbag Sherm. And Tom Diego's back from wherever the hell he was at. In the Appalachians. in the mountains.
Africa.
Yeah, he was out in Ghana.
He was like, Ghana. Guano.
Ghana!
Guano.
Davido!
That's what's up.
What's up, man? What's happening? How are you?
Shit, I'm chilling, man. I'm glad to be recording
Yeah,
again.
it's missed
Shit,
you, man.
it's been too long, man.
It has been too
I can't
long.
be away from this shit. It's like a drug.
It is.
Yeah, you be disappearing and shit on
Yeah,
it. You be,
man.
you be disappearing on the internet.
On
I
the
don't be
internet.
doing it on purpose, man. I just can't help it, man.
It's
I'm
all
just
right.
living
It's all
life and shit, man.
Teek and Sherm show still goes down.
Yeah, y'all be
So-
holding it down.
So we're still holding it
Always.
down.
We got
Shout out
you.
to y'all.
Shout out to
You
us.
go live life.
Live life.
We'll hold it down.
We'll hold it down. What's gonna happen when we go on vacation, nigga? You gonna
I don't
do
know,
it
nigga. I don't know. I ain't gonna know how to act. I'm
Oh.
like, and to say, and to
Oh,
Yeah.
USA.
Shaky paper in the back. Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna take a break, internet.
Yeah, nigga, you just started 10 seconds ago. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I can't help it.
Talking to myself in
Right.
my room.
Right. Brandy and shit.
You already know. Oh, she was sitting up in that room.
Did she ever say what she was doing in her damn room? I
Yeah,
never-
you know what she was
thinking
doing in
about
her
you.
room.
All right, yeah.
She must confess. She's
You
the
know what
best.
she was
before
doing.
your
You know,
love.
you're right.
You know
you're
exactly
right.
what she was
Yeah.
doing.
It
Okay.
seems like ever since the first day you left.
Only you know the words to that shit.
Right. Why do you know the words to that? But
Because this nigga was sitting up in his room.
Goddamn right.
Shit, Brandy was fine back in the day.
yeah, she was.
I
She
wouldn't
was.
say fine.
She was.
Brandy was. She always had that alien head.
I like
and
them
spaced
braids.
out eyes.
I
The
was
braids,
fucking with
but She
that.
had that Thunderdome under there, though, man.
I don't give a fuck about all that.
I do.
Rihanna
she's,
got a Thunderdome.
she's headstrong.
So you don't fuck with her either?
She's the head of the class.
Rihanna, one of the finest bitches on the planet.
I wouldn't say one of the finest.
What? Oh, you say she is the finest on the planet?
No, there's other fine words than.
Name them.
Mm.
Give me three.
Give me a second. I'll get right back. to
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Hey.
Scumbag Sherm. What up, though, partner?
What up, though?
How you feeling, man?
I feel amazing, T.
Feel amazing?
I'm trying.
How's the I guess the beginning of the week going for you already?
I'm kind of sluggish, man. That's all I got. I'm just
he
not.
had a birthday and his fallout
You know what I'm
shirt
saying?
now.
Listen, this whole month of July, I just been off my game, bro. It's all bad.
He's like, you going to the gym? Hell no.
No, for the record, I've been hitting the spot. I've been doing my thing there. It's just like I don't know, man. I just got to go harder next month.
You do,
month
man.
of August.
It's August, man. Augusto is on its way. You know.
Yeah, shout out to all the Leos
That's right.
out here.
Leo season is in full effect. Light skin season is here.
Mm.
Goddamn it.
Okay, if you
Think
say
about how
so.
many light skinned people. Erica Badu, she's light skinned.
Is she?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. She ain't
Nah,
dark skinned.
Nah, hell no. She ain't.
But she
you
not
can't
light
count her
either.
on your
she
team,
ain't,
bro.
she ain't dark skinned. She's what?
She ain't light either.
She's
She's
not on
lighter
your
skin.
team, fam.
Yeah, she might be lighter, but
I'm just lying. I don't know when about dude's birthday is. It could be December.
Oh,
shit like that.
okay, cool.
Mm.
I had you two niggas going.
You definitely did.
Uh,
I don't follow that bitch
Hey,
like
it
that.
is what it is.
Listen, man, the craziest thing I saw over this past week, I pulled up to like a drugstore, right? And somebody had to go in, so I'm just sitting in the car, you know what I'm saying? And we're in a decent neighborhood. It's not like the worst of the worst neighborhoods. So you can sit in your car, windows down, it's no problem. What I see is two Caucasian fellows, park their bikes right in front of the store. Now, we're talking park meaning just straight kickstand, no chains, no lockup of any sort.
Right.
Okay? I'm not even paying attention to it because I'm like, somebody's got to be watching, or it's probably a quick in and out thing. Like they're going to get the lottery played real quick, and they're going to run back to their bike. Doesn't happen. What I see is some crackhead bitch come out the store with a pack of fucking Newports, right? And, she hitting them bitches like,
I'll slap him 3 times on
right.
the ass for sure.
She hitting them, and then she kind of looked back with these big ass fucking Michael Jackson Thriller eyes and shit, right? It's probably my car, 2 other cars and shit, you know what I'm saying, parallel to me, and then the bikes, you know what I'm saying? So then she takes the wrapper off the Newport box, throws it in the trash, and then she looks at the bikes, and then she looks back again with them same eyes, and it's like, and then looks into the window of the store like, nobody at the register? Fuck it. And it jumps on one of the bikes and takes off.
Nah.
I kid you not. And you can hear like the fucking, it's like a 10 or 12 speed because the brakes kept popping like, pop, pop. The chain kept popping and she was like trying to go. And I tried to wait as long as I could, but I had to eventually take off because I was waiting to see the reaction of these white guys when one of the bikes was stolen.
Oh, man.
I was like, God damn it, I wanted to see what the reaction was because these idiots played themselves.
Oh, man. That's
No.
fun. That's fun. I'm laughing harder than I should be at that because that's fucked up.
Congratulations, you played
When I
yourself.
say
Yeah.
it was so scandalous the way she was looking, it was literally like,
Yeah,
it jumped on that bitch and was like gone.
she had the
Ghost.
shifty eyes, huh? Like,
Ghost. I'm
oh.
talking about Thriller eyes.
Right
They
to the
fucked
mission.
up.
Yeah.
That's on them. Fuck them.
Is it? Yeah, it is. Because what part? Where were you at?
This was at the border of like, we're on 8 Mile, Redford.
Oh, that's all you.
Slash-
Yeah,
That's
that's
all
definitely
you
their
got
fucking
to
fault.
say.
Yeah.
That's their fault.
So yeah,
Fuck 'em.
it was just hilarious, man.
Yeah.
And it
Stupid ass.
like just the
boys.
funniest shit in the world to me because I'm thinking in my head like, I bet she's gonna steal the bike, and I think I made her do that shit with my mind, like jump on it and go. And she did it. She just like instantly went away. So
That's hilarious.
internet's lock your bikes up, man. Don't think you're too gully in the area of wherever that you don't have to lock your bike. I ought to take my shit in with me. What can they say? You can't bring that in here.
That's
Fine.
so old school. I ain't seen a nigga take his bike in the store since I was a
Minute.
kid, taking my
Funny,
bike
man.
in the store.
Yeah, ever
You
since
know?
that Fago stopped 7 Mile and goddamn what's the name over there across from UOD. Never again.
It's funny. You bring up bikes and things and people stealing it, which reminds me, there was an article, right? And last week, not last week, however long ago, I was out in California, right?
Okay.
And they got these little scooters called bird scooters.
Yes.
They like little 15-mile-an-hour scooters. You've
We got
seen
them
them
here. We
yeah,
have them here to
yeah,
check.
that's what I'm saying.
Yep,
I was just about to bring that up. Like, so how's that gonna work? Because the way it's post to work time, I go downtown, I got my my bird app, whatever.
Uh-huh.
I scan the bike, the bird,
The
get
QR
on it.
code. Yep.
Yeah, and I go riding around. Now, essentially, I can just drop this motherfucker off anywhere.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, how long are these things gonna last?
Well, that's the thing. It's funny you
in
mentioned
Detroit,
that.
you know what
Really?
I'm saying?
It's funny.
They got them in Detroit.
Yeah, they got
Oh,
it. Yeah. It's
never
funny
seen
you
them.
mentioned that because I saw something. It was it was online. I think it was on YouTube. I was watching a couple weeks ago, and it was like bikes versus skateboards or scooters
Mhm.
versus skateboards, some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about the bird in San Francisco,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, yeah, when they first started with the company, like literally people who were like you said, dropping shit off, not giving a fuck, and then the skateboard people, the people who hate these scooters being in the community, will like break them. Or there'd be literally people that cop a shit on them and shit, and then take
What?
a picture and put it on social media. Like
What?
they would have a shit trail right on the skip pad where you have to stand.
Well,
Niggas
listen,
is haters.
I was about to say, I think we got a little bit more class in Detroit. I don't expect
Oh,
to
what
find
the
my
fuck?
bird with shit
It's
covered
just,
on
but
it.
it's just to say to your point though, it's the same concept like those what's the name bikes, like the the city bikes.
Yeah, we
It's
can
almost
just
like a
hop
city
on, ride off.
Yeah, it's a city bike concept. So ultimately, all that shit's linked. Your card, your information, address, so on and so forth. So you don't bring that bitch back, you're probably paying about $1,500 for a fucking scooter that ended up on 7
So
Mile.
do they have stations where you can park the scooters?
You can-
Because I've literally never seen these.
You can
shits.
park them anywhere.
Anywhere, and there's-
Anywhere, like
You
so I can
just-
leave that shit on the corner and
Yeah,
fucking
exactly. Yeah.
Mac
Pickup.
and shit, and like, hey, here you go, fuck
Yep,
it.
it's
Exactly.
over here on Starbucks. Go get it.
What?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
schedule a pickup.
So how do?
It's dope though. It's
So
dope.
what if somebody that does like fuck it and just literally
it's
picks
tethered,
that
it's
bitch
got
up
GPS.
and just fucking takes that
It's
shit?
got
That's-
GPS. It's got GPS.
Am I gonna get charged for that motherfucker?
Yes, that is correct. You
No, the last person won't get charged. Say like I can recall, right? So like, say it'll literally be a group of them just sitting in front of a bar or whatever. Because say you downtown fucking around, you don't want to walk 3 blocks.
Yeah.
Let's bird 3 blocks.
Yeah.
That shit takes like
Bird.
3 seconds. So you hop out, you leave your bird outside, whatever. And if I were to come by as Joe Blow and I ain't got no bird app and I'm just trying to take this bitch, the moment I move it, it starts to chirp. Actually, it starts to make noises and fucking and it locks up. The wheels lock
okay.
up. You can't move it.
Okay,
and
as
it's
long as it
GPS
locks
like a
up.
motherfucker.
Okay, as long as it locks
But-
up the wheels, because I was like, you about to see a whole bunch of niggas just.
I was just about to say, Tom, this is
Going down the
Detroit.
street,
Listen, this ain't San Diego. This is Detroit. Motherfuckers probably already got the fix for that. Like, oh, this motherfucker chirping. Here's what you got to do. Give me your phone.
What you got to do.
Listen, I saw a dude on the news say he stole 600 gallons of gas off his phone. I think it was.
I saw that shit.
Like, bro, what?
Yeah.
600
Detroit's too. The criminal mind in Detroit is like
The nigga I saw, he had
Advanced,
niggas pulling
okay.
up. Like
600
just, yeah,
gallons
pull
of
up.
gas.
of gas.
How
Like
do you-
literally
how do you-
just pull up. They fucking did some. The one I saw, the niggas did some shit to the pumps. It was 2 pumps they did some shit to. Nigga, it was a fucking line down 7 Mile. These niggas had this bitch hooked the fuck up. Like, yo,
So
give
the
me
gas
20.
station owners didn't know?
I don't know how the fuck they didn't.
Yeah, they were.
Nigga,
probably-
what
they
you
probably
got
didn't give a
line?
damn,
Your-
yeah.
Your prices ain't cheap, nigga. So why the fuck you think I line down the block? I guess they just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Niggas was literally like, yeah, throw me 20 bones. You
Probably
get whatever
using
you
goddamn
want.
green dot card and shit.
Like,
Niggas using
nigga.
stolen gift cards and that bitch.
That's
Let
what
me
I-
find one of you
Listen.
motherfuckers. Holla at me when y'all do that shit. 'Cause
I
I'm
don't-
gonna fucking fill the fuck up. I
All
know
I'm
that
saying
shit.
is, I don't know the makers of these birds. I don't know if they know the hustle, the level of criminal they about to fuck with.
I think that they
So
took all
I'm
that into
hoping.
account,
I hope
man.
it. Yeah, I
think
hope
they
so.
took- I think
Somebody
they
can
took that into account.
bypass that shit, nigga.
Some nigga probably walking around here right now with his phone with an app on it, like, "Do-do-do-do." All right, let's
Kill
roll.
that shit real quick.
I got me
Let's
10
roll.
birds tonight.
Let's
Like,
roll 2 birds.
you know, we out of here. You'll never
There
see
it
them
is.
bitches again. Like, we'll
Ever.
see. We'll see. I hope not, but we'll see.
I've never seen them shits in
I see a
Detroit.
nigga on a bird.
You will though. Trust me. You
haven't.
you probably
Yeah,
see
they-
one
yeah.
up on Woodward, and you gonna be like, "Yo, this motherfucker hit me," because they zip and zoom. Like,
Yeah, they go quick.
Damn.
you know,
they
so
go like 15, 20 miles an hour.
Shit sound fun.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Except for when, like I said, the bird is out the cage.
and these Detroit streets, bro. I don't know. You hit a half pothole, nigga. It's
Listen,
a whole
it's a
different
wrap.
ball
Like I
game.
said, speaking
Whole
of which,
different ball
shout
game.
out to Orangutan Wheels and the Kagwama wheels that I just upgraded to recently on my booster board, man.
Yeah,
That
see,
shit is fire.
see,
okay.
right? You one of them booster board motherfuckers. You gonna be out here competing with birds and shit.
Nah.
Birds versus booster boards and shit. It's gonna be a turf war out here.
There's no competition, Sherm. That thing is doing now. It's kicking up to about 27 miles an hour now with those wheels. It added about another 3 miles per hour just with the upgrade of the wheels. Wider wheels, so it's more of a balance. So like the board is like super balanced out now.
Yeah, I can see
And
that actually.
The wheels are rounded. So on this is 80 millimeter wheel that came with it. That's an 85 on there. And the edges are rounded. So I'm not getting caught in a goddamn crack and being like, oh! Like I'm literally rolling up over the crack now. And it's nice, man.
I'm not gonna lie, because when I was out in California, doing my bird thing,
Doing a bird thing. He was on a bird.
I'm sitting there, right. Tom, you got it. You don't gotta hide that.
I'm gonna hide that.
No, but
You
I'm
know
sitting
how
there
we
thinking
do.
like, yo, is this how Teek moves on this booster board? But it was some scary moments I had where I didn't have no. If I didn't have no handlebar,
Yeah.
it might have been an entire
Yeah,
wrap
fuck
for
that.
me. So
It's all practice,
I ain't ready
man.
for
It's
that.
all practice, dude.
I don't know.
It gets. But I get up on it. The highest I've taken has been about 28. That's been on the speed test at down a hill. Which,
all I know is I'm for
Yeah,
this
fuck all that.
revolution of I don't know what do you even call these things, like mini transportation?
yeah,
vehicles?
e-boarding is
E-transportation.
yeah, e-boarding,
Wow.
electric boarding, yeah, e-boarding.
Call it
Dig that.
e-transport.
Yeah, e-transport.
That's
I
what
mean,
I
it's
call it.
the city like ours is different. To your point, potholes and things like that.
Oh yeah.
It's not as smooth. The terrain is potholey, cracked, dips, sinkholes, and all the rest of this jazz. So you got to kind of watch where you go. I'm in the
Mhm.
street with this thing, and
You're a bold man.
listen. If they turn right, you turn left. They turn left, you turn right. It's very simple.
This is follow traffic laws.
It's
huh?
very,
Facts.
All right.
it's very simple, man. When the cars come, it's just those idiots that try to get up on you, man. Like knowing you see them and you giving them a good space cushion. Like, all right, cool. Let me go ahead and get over. By the time you look your head back, they
Mhm.
didn't try to hit the gas and they up on you. You like,
Mhm.
Mhm.
for real, man. This is what we're doing.
listen.
All right.
I done grew up in this motherfucker my whole life, and I feel so bad for motherfuckers that think it's cool to go biking and walking, especially on like the streets of 6 miles, 7 miles. Like,
Yeah.
yo, these roads, not that they fucked up, but they busy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
They're
Like,
very busy. And people got to
tight.
get where they're going,
You
man.
will
It's
get your ass
Yeah.
eliminated.
Yeah.
and you might get hit
It's
by
bad.
87 Cutlass, and that
Goddamn
motherfucker was
straight.
clean as hell.
Right. Motherfuckers don't give a
Super
fuck
clean.
either.
you know, there's actual jetpacks out there right now. So remember, like the Rocket Man and Rocketeer and shit like that with the jetpack.
Mhm.
There are 2 companies out right now, and only one of the 2 companies actually sells to their consumer a jetpack. So it's one, I forget these 2 guys over in where the hell were they at? Over in Germany, that made this, like, it's almost like a chair that you sit into with like 4 big ass like fuel, like actual exhaust joints that you sit around with 2 monitors. And you can go 3 minutes up to 30 miles an hour before like the shit shuts off on you and you gotta like recharge or refuel or do whatever.
When you say shut off, I'm not in midair when that happens.
You're
right?
in midair. You could
no,
be.
right.
No.
Fuck all
There's
that.
another
You're
there's,
done.
there's another guy, so this is prototype, like dude's like flown in like the Red Bull competitions and all that. Like he's done quick little 3-minute spiel. There's another guy, one dude that actually just started making them in 2015 or 2016, where he was like prototyping his joint and it was only on one arm, like on some Iron Man type shit. You know what I'm saying?
I might have seen this on Facebook.
Yeah, and it dude's like, it was able to get it like 30 seconds into the air and was like, all right, cool. So dude perfected it and is now currently selling this bad boy for $450,000
Get the fuck
for a
outta here.
jetpack.
Damn.
And there was a billionaire Chinese guy that actually bought it. And when you buy it, you have to go through 3 days of training with this motherfucker when you're doing it. So it's insane. Like $450,000. Yeah.
I will be straight on that. I'm good.
If you're rich,
If
who
I-
gives a
if-
fuck?
if I-
No, what I'm saying is after somebody bought one, I'm out. I'm good,
as the
nigga.
owner or as the
Yeah, I got almost $500,000. Finesse the fuck out of you motherfuckers. I'm out.
But you can
You
revolutionize.
said one arm?
No.
It's one arm jetpack. Like, woo! That shit's whack, dog.
That's
What the
what he started
fuck?
off. That's what he started off as. So now he's
Right,
got
right,
like, I meant to, let me clear that up.
It's like the first Iron
Yeah,
Man.
So it's an
first
Iron
jet.
Man suit.
No, it's not the suit.
So what the fuck is it then? I'm good.
It's the jetpack technology.
Yeah, it's like
you know
4.
what I'm
Now,
saying?
now these are like
So it's
4.
on your back.
No, this one isn't.
Okay, you motherfuckers need to get y'all shit together.
Yeah, it's
So it's
insane.
on your arms, it's on your legs, it's
Nope,
on your
nope,
back.
Nope,
What?
nope.
Thomas from 21st century
Can I
shit,
fly?
okay? All
So I can fly.
This
You
some
can fly
Jetson
to like
shit, Tom.
13,000.
For 3 minutes.
This other one actually
That's
can
whack.
go into, no, this other one goes actually like 5 minutes.
I can fly for 5 minutes.
Yep, and then got to
And
recharge.
then it's going to stop.
You might die.
If I keep going like, yay, I'm happy. Oh, shit.
Yeah, she'd be like,
Did that bitch come with a parachute, nigga?
I'm
no,
about
it
to-
does not.
What?
That motherfucker, hey, let's see how high it can go. You fly for 4 minutes and 45
I'm straight,
seconds,
dog.
and you're like, oh,
Fuck
shit.
all that. I'm good.
Yeah, no.
No.
Listen, I mean, the technology's not there right now, but imagine this conversation in 2028. You're like, oh, shit.
I
You
believe
Yeah,
it.
niggas, you niggas in jetpack to work today?
I
Yeah,
believe
just
that
the
shit.
fact that you can jetpack, just the fact that technology, when we were kids,
That shit looks heavy as fuck.
when we were kids, it's just insane is that you didn't think you could really fly. Like just with me e-boarding right now, I feel like I'm doing like some land surfing myself. So I feel fast on my board.
Yeah.
This shit, you could actually legit go 13,000 feet in the air for 5 minutes.
How can you
at
reach
30
13,000 feet in 5 minutes?
Hey, apparently in this jetpack you can.
You got to come back down. What the fuck? No, hell no. I'm straight.
That's a death trap,
I'm straight. Nope.
Tom.
No.
What
For
do
the
you think about
record,
that,
you
Sherm?
gonna die.
Just with technology and the advancements that at 2018, the shit we could do if you really wanted to fly, and you're rich, you have the opportunity to do so.
I don't think you can fly. I think you can hover. And
No,
Yeah,
no,
there
this
it
is
is.
flying.
that's flying.
This is flying.
I'm gonna need video proof because you put up a video, you put up pictures. And
Okay.
it's
He
it's
like
like
he
a
hovering.
guy. He kind of looks like fucking Iron Man Mach 1 suit. If you watch the first Iron Man, he kind of does to me.
Yes.
And I ain't mad. And when Tony was trying to learn to fly around
Yeah.
his house, and I ain't mad at that. I'm just happy that hell that movie was 10 years ago, and now we go from a movie, which is the idea. 10 years later, we got the prototype, and another 10 years, we're gonna have full production of this kind of shit.
Well, as I said, one production unit is out currently for $450,000.
Bro, he only probably needed to sell one to do everything he really
it.
needed to do.
Because I think there was a Kickstarter foundation that raised about $240,000 or something like that. Look at that. That's him.
That's him?
That's him.
As for the internet, he's like,
He's running.
okay.
That's
I was
not,
about
the
to-
guy
I was about to
running
say,
on
I
clouds,
thought-
nigga.
Listen, I thought he was in space too.
He got
Tom.
some
I'm
New
not gonna
Balances
lie.
and
Like,
shit.
hold
What the
on.
fuck? Get the fuck out of here. False advertisement.
Yeah.
Next.
No, but at the end of the day, you wouldn't Rocket Man yourself
Hell no.
around.
Fuck that shit.
That shit does look like a bomb.
No, because I'm gonna get
right
stuck.
there.
I'm gonna get excited, like, hey, I'm up here, and then like,
You
oh
gonna
shit,
get
the
stuck.
timer gonna go off. It's 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
I just fear I'm gonna.
You have 40
off.
seconds to get your ass down on the ground. Nigga, I'm about to die. Fuck that. I'm good.
I feel like, somebody's gonna be that first guy. He's gonna walk outside and say, "All right, honey, I'm gonna have a great day today," and he
gonna
straps
fly in
on
his
his suit. He like jumps and hits the button. He flies up like 10 feet. He waves and just boom. Nigga just turns into just dust in the air though. Like, damn.
No, I'm good.
And I got a suit.
I'm not trying to do that.
Wait a minute, what's happening here?
I'm not trying to do that.
Teek's showing us some real advanced
No, for real.
technology.
No, that motherfucker has
And
wings.
that's
a whole different.
No. It's still the same jetpack technology.
No, that's a whole different apparatus
So
right
now
there.
it's the jetpack guy with wings.
That
wings.
motherfucker has a fucking
and internet's
wings on his. No,
this
that
is
motherfucker
in-
got jet propulsion. That's a whole different fucking thing.
It's
Oh,
in
wow.
Dubai. And
Nah,
these guys,
fuck
there's
that.
2 of these guys flying in Dubai.
That motherfucker got landing gear come out his balls.
This reminds me of a cartoon we used to watch growing up.
Like
though.
these are 2 guys flying in
some
Dubai.
Darkwing Duck shit.
That's very dope. Yeah, the
I
guys
still
got
wouldn't do
wings
it.
and like engines
still wouldn't do it.
under their arms.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't do it, not
Mm-mm.
now, but hey, I'd try it later in life.
Mm-mm. I'm good.
I'm a 70-year-old man.
Pass.
It's like, fuck it. Strap me
Pass.
to some wings. If I die, fuck it.
Nope.
Internet asked,
Pass.
would you do the same thing? Would you fly if you could? It's just beyond
In a
singing.
plane.
Just beyond singing R. Kelly and Can You Believe You Can Fly? Now you can. $450,000. You too, nigga, can get in the air.
Tom's face is that was
Speaking of R. Kelly, y'all ain't listened to that shit? I ain't listened to it yet.
What,
You
he's
put
pissing
out like
on
a
somebody?
19-minute track.
19-minute track.
A 19-minute track.
Yeah,
I'm guessing nobody has listened to it.
Oh,
hell
what?
no.
All right, so never mind.
I never. Oh,
No,
we do another in
the
the
internet might want.
I've never listened to it, so I don't know. I'm just curious.
How'd you know about it? What is it?
It's been on social media or
It has
whatever.
been. I've seen
but
it. I've seen it.
apparently he did a 19-minute track where he was explaining himself
For PMA.
in regards to everything that he's been accused of.
What did you say? Like, this is why I piss?
I don't know. I don't know. We really need to listen to it just to see. But
that nigga for 19 minutes. Hell no.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Explain it all. Trying to fucking justify all your wrongdoing.
I
I was
don't
about
know.
to say that's the last nigga I'm trying to hear
I
justification.
don't know.
from. Like,
But
nah.
apparently, I mean, it's been getting a lot
What
of
was that
backlash.
interview where that nigga was like, "You never been in McDonald's before?" And it said something about McDonald's. It's like, I was like, nigga, what? Remember he was like hitting on the bitch in the interview or something shit like that. He talking about, I
That
want
does sound
variety. I'm like,
familiar.
variety, nigga, you,
Yeah.
Kels,
Yeah.
Pied Piper.
No,
I'm
that's funny. It dropped like it wasn't this weekend. It was the last
I
weekend.
think
The
so.
only time
Yeah.
I'm listening to R. Kelly is that Trapped in the Closet series. And if you haven't listened to that shit in a long time, I encourage you to go back and listen to that.
Or better
That
yet,
shit-
look at that shit on YouTube. Look at the video.
That's funny.
It's something-
but
it's
just
funny up
listening to it
until-
in your car
Yeah.
is even funnier.
You know
Oh
what?
my God, a rubber,
Listen,
rubber.
you know what's crazy though? I gotta give R. Kelly his props for that alone, because I can remember like that must have been like 06, 05?
Somewhere
04?
around
I don't
there.
know.
I
can remember.
In the background, he's like, "Ooh."
But no, what's crazy is I can remember it was like a big event, bro. Like, yo, R. Kelly's dropping.
He's dropping 1 through
Yeah.
4
Yeah.
tonight. Yeah,
Niggas,
4
like,
3, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like, yo, this
Ooh.
the most
It's like,
ridiculous
what
shit
is it, like
ever, but-
27, 28
No,
chapters or some
it
shit?
got retarded after the nigga
That's
was like,
crazy.
after the nigga was like, the nigga that pulled you over was Rufus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rufus.
the nigga from like part 2. I think I checked
there was
out.
a midget
Yeah,
hitting
when the
the
midget
collar.
showed up, I was
Yeah.
done.
I don't think I've heard all of it.
No, you
to
don't
be
wanna
honest
hear
with you, I don't
Listen,
think I've
if
heard
you
all
a
of it.
real nigga, if you've heard every track,
I don't think
I'm
I've
a
heard
real
all
nigga
of it.
because I've heard every track.
Okay.
I had to
I'm
finish that
straight.
series, dog.
you the realest
I'm
nigga
like,
out
it
here right
went
now,
from
too.
some dope ass shit where like the nigga was in the closet, literally. Like this nigga's in the closet and he about to shoot this
Trapped
nigga.
in the closet.
So he came out the
I
closet.
put up my
What-
Beretta.
It went to some
I said, no, baby, don't you do it. I said, nigga, bitch, move. That's all that shit. And then she came over to me and said, put it down. I said, your mama can't cook no way, bitch. Yeah,
turned
dog.
to some Empire shit.
Yeah, legit.
You
That's
right.
exactly what it
Yeah,
turned into.
Pretty much was.
Midgets and trailer parks and
Trailer parks and gay cops and all
Oh,
kind
my
of shit. I'm
God.
like, what the fuck is R. Kelly doing?
Yeah, Lee Daniels probably did write that shit, low
Lee
key.
Daniels.
Lee
Damon.
fucking Daniels.
Damon, I'll give you your money, Damon. I'll call you Damon.
Oh my goodness. yeah, but no shot. I'm not gonna listen to R. Kelly for 20 minutes talk about shit.
No.
Okay,
Nah.
Oh,
it's
well,
over.
fuck
It's
it.
over for R. Kelly. That nigga's like 60 years old. I'm
Is
good.
he? He probably is.
He's close.
Still got bitches at the
He
house
was
turning
popping back
around.
in like 89, wasn't he? 90?
89,
Like
90,
90,
91.
93, I want to say.
92,
Oh, that's a
93.
huge difference. The fuck?
It's
No, I'm
late
not. I'm
80s,
not.
early 90s.
Yeah,
Nigga,
I'm
what
about
you
to say,
want?
I said 89. You said 93. Nigga, that's
Hey.
4 years.
Hey,
Nigga, that ain't
4 years
shit.
is 4 years.
4 years,
Nigga,
4
that's
years.
high school,
shit.
nigga.
Give
Shit.
me 4 years.
4
Goddamn
years,
it.
4 years.
Shit.
What's that stupid shit they say? If you could go back in time and know everything you know now at age 10, or would you be 45 with $50 million in the bank?
I'm
Which
going
one would
back
you
to
do?
age 10.
Yeah,
nigga.
age 10 all day.
Yeah.
Doing
Shit.
do-over, nigga.
Yeah.
Be
Well,
a
you know,
billionaire.
Right.
Damn it. Shit.
I'm gonna be Biff, nigga.
Gonna start up a whole town.
The Biff in
Where's
Detroit.
that almanac,
Where's that
nigga?
almanac, nigga? I went back. I created Facebook, Twitter,
All that
shit.
Uber, everything. I'm on it, nigga. Federale's coming after me.
Nigga, I'm rich by 12.
I'm rich
nigga.
by 12.
I'm a billionaire by 12.
Richest
I ain't
nigga
gotta
in the
do
world.
shit.
I'm
Yeah.
buying oil. I'm knowing when the oil spills is happening. 9/11. I'm
exactly.
preventing everything.
Niggas basically come back as Jesus. Like,
Come
right.
back with Jesus, nigga.
I'm
mad
the
at it.
savior, motherfuckers.
Hey,
This 10-year-old knows everything.
yeah, but you ain't fucking at 10 though. That's the only problem. Now you gotta wait like
A
5
year
more
and
years.
a half, maybe.
Right. Not
Nah.
4 more years.
What? You don't gotta. What are you talking about?
Your
Well,
heart
back-
is your heart is different.
Back then,
Your heart
though,
is different at 10 than it is at 15.
back then, chicks was different, though.
Yeah, but I'm
They didn't, all them fucking steroids and shit ain't
he'd
hit
be like
yet.
one of them little weird dudes on the fucking
They ain't
porno.
have
Like,
shit back then.
they'll be like,
No
the dude looks
titties,
like
no
fucking
ass, no
18,
nothing.
getting
Wait.
like
All right,
scoozed
hold
off
on,
by
wait.
All the chicks now, there's titties ass everywhere.
Let's clarify. So you 10 in a 10-year-old's body, but you got the mind of a 35-year-old.
Oh, that's
yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah, you're not looking at them.
I'm trying to
goddamn
fuck some older women.
I was about to say, you're not looking at no damn 10-year-olds.
Come on,
time,
baby.
like-
I want to be a
But
pedophile.
Right.
your heart is different. Yeah, your heart is different, bro.
That would be a challenge.
Your
though,
hard. Your hard is different.
Yeah,
or
your heart.
Your heart.
No, your heart, nigga. H-A-R-D.
Your heart?
Hard.
Oh, okay.
Your
I thought you
heart
said
is
heart.
different. That's why I say you got to wait 5 years for
No,
your heart to
straight.
get on.
I'm fucking everything.
At 10?
Hell
you,
yeah.
You're not getting no
Fuck
love.
yeah, I'm getting up
son.
all of the teachers.
You're not getting no love
No,
at 10.
you ain't getting
Yeah, I'm
no
about to be
love at 10,
rich,
bro.
bitch.
You about to get a bitch sent
You
to
stick-
jail.
I'm a trillionaire, bitch.
You sticking your dick and balls in.
Goddamn
Okay?
Skippy.
Yee!
I'm gonna show that bank account, nigga. All you bitches give me
You can't even-
everything.
No, it's a wrap, dog. You got to wait 5
I'm
years.
gonna slide all
bro.
up in that shit. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, my God.
Thomas a
It's
weirdo.
about to be some pedophile ass bitches out here.
I don't know if that shit is legal, dog. How does that even work? A reverse
Nigga, shit,
pedophile
fuck
shit.
it, whatever. I know what's going on. They don't. Have a baby by me, baby. Be a millionaire.
That's fucking funny.
Uh,
That shit is hilarious.
Sounds out of
Internet's,
Goddamn.
internet's what would you do, man? Listen, we're gonna take this small break. While regular ass Tom imagines he's a 10-year-old banging 35-year-olds. You guys,
I'm
comment
sorry
on
if you
that.
just checked into that. There's context to
There's
it.
context.
Rewind back about a minute and you'll get it.
Go back, check it out. Maybe you might. Who knows? This is Freshly Made Music. This is the Blue Tigers Fitted Network, Internet, and we'll be right back.
Let me, and I, let me go. Let me, and I, let me go. Let me, try. Let me, try. Let me, and I.
Yo, this BTF Tom representing that Detroit born and bred crew that articulates the unfiltered thoughts behind the current events of the social world, representing that Blue Tigers Fitted podcast. Tell a friend to check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, Stitcher. We all over that thing. Peace.
All right, Internet's back at it again. Blue Tigers Fitted, back after that break. Shout out to Freshly Made Music, my man. Coming through every week, every interlude for that ass. So hit him up, man. He's about his business. So, Pusha T canceled on y'all.
Oh, man.
So?
So,
Oh, God, I'm so sad.
are you sad? I told
Fuck
you.
no.
I told you about his venues last time we talked, and I told you that his shit wasn't as jiggy as Drake's venues, like the bigger.
You can't
arenas.
compare the two.
So, some might say it's because he just got married.
No.
and he wants to spend honeymoon life.
Nope.
Now he's a married man.
Nope. I can tell you why.
Others say that Aubrey Graham just
Nope.
completely annihilated him
Nope.
on the Scorpion albums.
Nope.
With random tracks.
Nope.
And Regular Ass Tom has his own
Fuck
ideal
yes.
on why he thinks that Pusha T canceled every last one of his shows.
Pusha T has never been one of those artists that people go check for at a concert. Ever. This nigga
When he
was
was with his brother, when he was with the Clips, you checked for
Nigga,
him.
that was 15 years ago.
Mm.
This nigga probably was selling out.
A flex bomb right there.
It'd be like,
This
like
nigga
a
was
fart.
probably selling 40% of the venues. That's why he canceled that shit.
Was it 40, is that the percentage? 40%?
Yeah, that's what I say it is.
I mean, as much
38.
as I like Push as an artist, yeah. I mean, as a show, I probably go to like St. Andrews. Where was his venues at? Let
St.
me ask
Andrews
you.
here in
Andrews.
Detroit.
Oh damn.
And it was downstairs. What is
No
it up there?
disrespect, but
I mean,
you a ma-
he not selling out.
if you
like,
a
Little
major,
Caesars
if you a
Arena.
major artist
Uh-huh.
and you at St. Andrews, you're not popping like that.
I can't agree with that.
I disagree,
agree
Tom.
with that.
Okay, name some.
I also disagree.
Name
Eminem,
some.
Eminem was in St. Andrews.
Because yeah, it's
Nigga, that was 18 years
Doesn't
ago.
matter.
Keep going.
all I'm saying is when you go to one of them little
No,
venues
that's
like
not
that,
more.
it's super. One of the-
Challenge him. Challenge.
One of them little venues is like super intimate. So if
Right.
you're a big time artist, you pop up in one of those spots.
There you go.
That's gonna be a hell of a show, first of all.
Hell of a show.
What is it like? House of Blues, motherfuckers come through all there all the
All the
time.
time.
You
Music
know?
Soul
Washed up
Child.
ass niggas. Music. Okay. When was the last time you heard
Oh,
Music
these-
Soul
I
Child
didn't say
headlining some
Music
shit?
Child.
Okay, name one.
I'm
Name
saying-
one.
Just
I got
Name one artist
between the world.
that performs at St. Andrews
Tupac.
that's popping like
Tupac.
Nigga, shut the fuck up. Name one artist that's
How-
popping like that
how-
that's performing at St. Andrews.
When you define popping like that, how do you
Yeah, what's your
define
definition
that?
of
Name
What is-
somebody
what does
that's
that mean?
performing at St. Andrews.
Shit, I don't know. I don't have a St. Andrews schedule in front of me now. Regular last time. Shit.
Okay,
Hold
let
on,
me
pull this up.
let me try a different. Let me try a different
Different
thing.
angle.
Would J. Cole perform at St. Andrews?
Yes, because he
I
did
can
a
see
dollar
it.
in a dream. Next caller.
When was that?
Next caller.
How many years ago was
It
that?
doesn't- You brought up years.
I'm talking about now.
Nigga.
Now.
Listen.
No. Now.
Okay, so what's
Now.
the major art like? All right, how big for compare? Goddamn. Comparison.
These are the birds.
Like an amphitheater, right? Like what is our
That's
shit
not an
called?
amphitheater.
No, I know, but we're gonna go bigger than St. Andrews because
Uh-huh.
that is kind of intimate. It's smaller.
Anything. Rite Aid is bigger than St. Andrews.
It is.
Is Rite Aid still in existence?
Is it? I think so.
I'm still out here taking.
I got a card, so
Yeah,
whatever.
right.
got a card.
You
That
using
shit-
that
How
motherfucker?
old
This
is that,
guy-
bitch? That's
old
15
as
years
fuck.
old.
Yeah, but no. So say
You
they go
thinking
to-
Perry Drugs? Go
say-
ahead.
Say the, right,
Shout out.
Nigga,
Perry.
that's
Barnes.
in 1988.
No, that was 92, bitch. Get it right.
right.
Go ahead.
Right, nigga. Shit. But an amphitheater like DTE.
Yep.
What is that? Like 5,000, 7,000?
No, that's more than that.
it's way
It's more than 1,000?
Yeah, you
Okay.
probably got
You got a
about.
hill and everything else.
You probably got like 10 to 15,000 in there.
Okay, then that's big time. Then.
Yeah, I mean, you had Chris Brown was just there. Kendrick was there.
So
you
you're
know,
saying those guys are too big for St. Andrews?
who?
Chris Brown's and the Kendricks.
Fuck yes.
But if they did a show at St. Andrews,
You'd
you
go.
St. Andrews probably holds about 150 people.
Hell, come on.
No, regular ass.
It
Okay,
holds-
how many?
it holds-
500?
It holds a good.
Not,
What,
that's
500?
1,500?
500?
Ask Google.
I can probably have
500?
St. Andrews is legendary. First
How
of
many?
all.
How many does it hold?
I don't know. I'm
Here
gonna
you
go.
go.
And I ain't
Capacity
talking.
facts.
I ain't talking. Add each fucking separate
No,
floor they
no,
got on that
that's all-
stupid
that's
shit.
a part of it.
Yeah,
No, it's up
that
and
counts.
downstairs.
That
Just because
counts.
you don't want to pay the 20 to get.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So you telling me
Come on.
you're going to include the 3 fucking different levels? The basement is
Yes.
included. You can't even see in the fucking basement if you're forming upstairs.
Well, the
hear-
basement is different.
You can hear Jimmy. I
can't-
can hear Jimmy.
Now, if you go down there and pay to hear a motherfucker, you a fool. First of all, but no, I get what you're saying, Tom. I'm just saying, you got St. Andrews is.
Listen, internet for the internets that don't know, it's a small, quiet. Let's look up Eminem.
Now
right?
wait,
It's a
let
venue.
me say this as well. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with St. Andrews.
No.
I'm just saying there's levels to shit.
Yeah,
You're not about to have a fucking Jay-Z
Jesus.
or whoever the fuck
not?
top of the line because you're not. You
Why not?
won't feel. Nigga, shut
but a
the
guy
fuck
like
up.
Jay-Z.
Where's
Do
your
you
promotion?
think somebody like Jay-Z would be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go into St. Andrews?
I think
and
he
perform?
would.
Where's
Nigga,
your promotion
I think he
license
would.
at? Where you been
get
promoting?
the fuck out of here.
In the
Is
midst-
this regular ass promoter?
When do you
Well,
think
no, in
that
the midst-
Jay-Z would perform for anything less than over $500,000?
This
well,
nigga-
because he's Jay, he don't have to perform
exactly.
for
Mr. Facts
$500,000.
over here.
So why would he?
Man,
Just because he was in the loo.
The lose.
Exactly, nigga.
That's different. Like,
No, it ain't different.
That's billionaire boys club, right?
Oh, it's
No,
different.
no,
No, it's not.
The lose
Y'all
is
niggas act
definitely
like Jay-Z gonna be up in St. Andrews. Bitch, shut the fuck up. No, he's not. He's definitely not.
This nigga can
That
be-
nigga fucking, he ain't gonna have fucking
He could
his worst, he ain't gonna have Myth Bleak up in fucking St. Andrews,
Myth
nigga.
Bleak, yeah.
Damn.
Myth Bleak
Where the
definitely-
fuck is he?
Who
Is he
knows?
gone?
Where the fuck is Ja?
I thought he's supposed to be all good, cause, no, that was Kanye. Never mind.
Yep.
Scratch.
Yeah.
Get your goddamn lyrics right.
So Pusha T. All right, so officially, what is he then? If he can't even sell out St. Andrews, shit.
Pusha T is a C-level artist.
Wow. Where's that nigga performing in? Shit. Where's the
St.
C-level
Andrews?
nigga? Clearly he's not.
Clearly
No,
not.
that was his fucking fault, cause he ain't selling out shit. Ain't nobody checking for that shit.
So it's just
Man.
is it bad promotion?
And actually, he's boring as fuck. If you
As
look at
a-
some of the
as a-
YouTube
as a
videos, he just
performer?
stands there.
Okay.
What you want to do? Dance, nigga, dance?
No, at least walk back and forth on the stage, nigga.
Walk back
Goddamn.
and forth.
Entertain me.
No, I feel you.
He's not
'cause-
an entertainer, man.
Well, okay, he shouldn't be fucking touring then.
No. As a rapper, nigga, yes, you are an
He's not.
entertainer.
But no, I can't.
If I paid to
Kanye's
come and see
entertainer.
you live,
Well,
you're
he
an
needs to
entertainer.
stick.
Kanye's
Damn, that's
entertainer.
ugly.
You're an
Never mind.
entertainer. If I paid a ticket to see you live in person, nigga, entertain me. Okay.
Transitioning.
Yeah,
on over.
he's a C-list performer.
Listen, I wanted to talk about this because we're in the midst. Okay. The
Okay.
midst. We're in the midst of summer right now, right? You'd say that shit's been out everywhere. Temperature in fucking Michigan's
The
been like.
summer's been out everywhere. Yes, it has.
I want your internets to please play that back at whatever minute mark you're
You're
at.
the one said it.
Go back. I said
Yes, we're in the middle of summer.
I said the temperature has been everywhere.
Yeah, no, that's not what you said.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Anyway, in the midst of goddamn summer, it's always a traveling nigga that likes to talk shit. I want to talk a little bit about the do's and don'ts of summertime, okay? The do's and don'ts of summertime. Do, if you have a fat ass, wear a nice sundress and let the wind blow. Don't.
No panties.
Don't. No draws. Don't wear sandals with a crusty ass heel. Or flip-flops from 2 summers ago that got dirty toe prints in them. So when you slide your toe back while you're sitting at the bar with your homegirls and your foot slides back, it looks like you've been gardening all day. Don't. Sherm, you have any do's
Ugh.
or don't? And I know that
Kinda
sounds
mental
kind of
of that.
gender
That's
biased.
disgusting.
So men, don't go outside in Rockport World Tours in shorts with white socks.
All I gotta say is, do wear deodorant because it's over for the niggas in the heat and they ain't got on the deodorant. Like, bro,
Facts.
it's 2018. Why you ain't got on the deodorant? Like,
Do put lotion on
Do put
Absolutely.
lotion
in
on
the summer.
in the summer.
absolutely.
Don't what?
Do shave.
Don't
Ladies.
don't wear your motherfucking clothes 3 times in a row. You know what I'm saying? And iron them bitches every time. 'cause-
Stanky
That
iron
shit
on
still has a
clothes.
smell.
Yeah, bro. Like,
You don't smell that shit when you iron it? That shit should burn into it. You should be like, oh, God.
that's horrible.
God damn it, nasty ass motherfuckers.
I'm trying to think. What else? What other do's and don'ts
Do
for summer?
comb the back of your neck. Don't walk out the house with a kitchen.
If you ain't got no hair, do bring a damn towel now, cause it's hot, nigga. You sweaty. As a nigga with no hair, you gotta have a towel now. So I
Fat
respect
niggas always
the
should have
move.
hair. Not hair. Should have a towel.
Shout out to fat niggas with hair.
Shout out to fat niggas.
They
in
should
here.
always keep a towel on you.
See,
Always.
you said bald niggas do keep
Yeah,
a towel.
bald
No,
niggas gotta
any
have a
nigga
towel.
that's
Wearing a
of the
Malik
heavier persuasion have a fucking towel.
heavier.
Does that work for women too? That's dual rule for women.
Yeah.
Because if you're a fat woman, you gotta have a towel too.
That's
right?
true.
She also has to
Get
wear
the towel
deodorant.
that you put it, if you got some big ass titties,
Yeah, she might have titty
put it
sweat.
like in between your
Do
shit.
do put baby powder between your breasts.
Yeah.
I heard that shit cakes up if you do that though.
Mm.
Well, that's
Like
big-
it get all like chalky, like.
well,
and
you
shit.
have to have a ratio of titty sweat and
Do take multiple showers in the summer.
Hell yeah, yeah. Highly.
That's facts.
yeah.
yeah.
Take 2 or 3. Like
Don't-
if it's in the 90s, at least minimum 3. I know I do.
Don't sleep in a dirty ass bed.
If you don't wash your sheets, then you
Wash
just
your
a
sheets, you
trifling
dirty ass
nigga.
bastards.
Yeah, right. Shout out to
Especially
you
in the
that
summer,
do
you
wash
got
your
to.
sheets.
Do wash your
Ugh.
towels. Do wash your towels every.
Could you
Weak.
imagine a dirty ass motherfucker's been sweating all day? Like, I'll take a shower in the morning. They sleeping in their shit.
Bro, then they
And
get
then they
up,
never change the fucking
Mm.
sheets for a whole fucking week.
and they
You'd be
sleep
like,
Ugh!
and
They
they probably-
think taking the shower is okay.
What's
Bitch, you
this? What's
still
this
ain't-
rash right here on my elbow?
Ugh, that just
And they
made
probably-
me cringe.
and they probably sleep with their damn work clothes on in the bed and all kinds of trifling.
Don't
ass
get
shit.
in the bed with your shit you done had on all day, fucking working and slaving and shit. You've been working from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., and you fucking got in the bed with your shit like, oh, I'm going to just lay down for a second.
know,
Bitch, that's disgusting.
I feel like as an adult, don't know. These rules been in play for a while.
At least get naked or something.
You
Shit.
can't. You
Don't get in the bed with your
I
clothes.
can't get in my bed with no regular ass clothes on. That's not gonna work for me.
all
Like,
that pollen and all that.
Are you a
shit.
nigga that has pajamas?
No, I ain't got no
Okay, I'm
pajamas.
about to
Come
say.
on now. What the fuck? Nah.
You look like one of
Who
them
I got a
has
robe.
pajamas?
This is like one of them niggas that wear like purple velvet jockey. He got the button up, the
If-
the
if
4
it-
button
Listen,
and the slide.
if I did, it was
You
gifted
would wear
to
no
me.
drawers,
Okay.
like yeah.
You go out on the porch, get your paper and shit, nigga.
Hey, right? My slide. Hey, fuck it. You know, I'm a real nigga status now. Time I can do that.
Hello, neighbor. I can see this nigga doing that
I
shit.
see this nigga in some
Shit,
purple
No, I got a robe.
purple
That's about it, though.
underclothes. Robe is different. You can get butt naked in a robe.
Yeah, I got a robe.
You don't
Just
you know.
for the just in case situation. Shit.
Just
Gotta
in
let
case.
the dog out and shit. You don't be walking around with
I just
shit
go out
flying.
with my
Why,
shit out.
why does a man need a robe though? I mean, like,
I mean, if it's other people in the house, you
That's-
got
that's-
kids and shit in the
yeah,
house.
that's your
you don't want
garment. I
your
can't
dick
go
slanging
around.
and
Yeah,
shit.
well, don't walk around with your dick slinging.
I can't
It's
walk.
my motherfucking house. I
Right.
can do what the fuck I want. That's why I got a robe.
I
nigga.
don't disagree with
I
you.
can walk
It's
around
your
I can
house.
put the robe on like whoosh. As
Don't
soon as
you-
I get back in the room,
I
take
thought-
that bitch back off.
I thought every man had like a pair of basketball shorts for this kind of shit. This is some basic
Yeah, but
Nike
you go out in your
shorts.
basketball
Yeah,
shorts.
but if you
The
sleeping,
meat's still hanging out in your basketball shorts.
I mean,
if you
that's
sleeping
blame
and
God
shit.
for that shit. I can't blame I can't be held responsible for that.
I'm blessed.
if you sleeping, you hear a ruckus. You gotta just throw the robe on real quick, check it out, and then
Could you imagine fighting an intruder with your meat out?
No, exactly. And this is exactly why I'm wearing basketball shorts.
Hey, you got to think quick. Like, oh shit.
What if you got one of them grimy ass niggas? They like to cheat and shit. I'm gonna win by any means. So they like grab your shit
And twist it.
Ah,
You're like, ah.
God,
That
what
would
kind
hurt.
of home
Don't
invasion
fight
is
naked.
y'all having? God damn.
Hey, that sounds like a setup. If a nigga knows, don't let the nigga in your house that knows your layout.
that's the summer shit. Don't fight naked and don't let nobody in your house let you know your layout.
Don't get your dick twisted if you don't want it to.
I bet that shit's happened before.
Get your dick
I'm gonna
twisted.
catch this nigga while he's sleeping. They run up on the nigga house and shit.
What kind of villains you got in your life? If that's what he's trying to do to you, like, I know how I'm gonna get back on this nigga BTF
I'm in
Teek.
the car. He's on the ground trying to
Trying to
figure out what the
fuck
fuck just happened.
Dick twisting in
I
the
bet this
midnight
shit
hours.
happens, dog.
Mm.
That's fucked up, but I bet it happens.
You know, do enjoy the motherfucking weather because it is hot and you can get outside right now.
Do turn on that motherfucking air.
Dude, turn on the air.
I'm so glad I'm grown now. I remember my mom back in the day. She would not turn the motherfucking air on. Like, we
Yeah.
have air conditioning. I see the fucking unit, but your ass will not turn this bitch on.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
nah.
'cause
So
she-
when can we ever use
Because
this
she
motherfucker?
don't want to see that goddamn bill
So
next
when
month.
can we ever use? Why do you have this bitch? Take this shit up out this motherfucking
Yeah.
air. Like, we
Hey.
can't never use this bitch.
Hey, do get on the payment plan. This,
Or you
this
turn
year.
that shit on and you got that shit at 75. No, nigga, that's
That's
heat.
not
No
air,
fucking,
yeah.
that ain't fucking air.
That's
That shit
heat.
stays a cool
Listen.
and brisk 67 in my house all summer long.
Do get on the payment plan.
Oh yeah, you ain't
Yeah,
gotta worry.
yeah, no,
I think my
DTE.
I think my DTE shit is actually like $10,000, but I pay like $150 a month, motherfucker. Ha ha!
All I can tell you right
Finesse
now,
that motherfucking system.
do not miss one payment.
No, you straight. You right.
Yeah,
The whole
do
game.
not- do not miss one
It's
payment.
a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's all the way around.
If your ass
Fuck
promised
you,
to pay,
DTE.
if you promise to pay, please believe me. Promise to pay on that
Fuck
day.
you, DTE.
yeah.
'Cause your shit'll get
All this
yoinked.
high ass shit.
All this high
Nah.
ass shit.
It's
Turn the
crazy.
AC on for your kids and yourself. Enjoy that shit.
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie, man. I gotta turn my shit off every day now. Like,
No,
nah,
my
turn
shit
that
stays
off.
automatic. I'm not bullshitting.
My
60
automatic don't work. It just stays
60
on.
what?
Like, and I just be pissed off like an old man.
67
Like,
degrees.
yo,
My
this
shit stays on. That shit been on probably since fucking the beginning of June, nigga. Like, I have not touched that shit. That shit literally, nigga, I can pull this shit up right now,
leave
motherfucker.
that
That shit.
Right, he got one of them motherfuckers.
You goddamn
Oh,
sca-
app
you
ass nigga.
goddamn straight I
Yeah,
do.
nigga rich out
Shit.
here, man. They
I was
get too
about
much
to
money.
say,
Rich
Too
rolling.
Too much
Tom's
money.
kind of a baller, and the motherfucker.
Kinda. Yeah, you, emphasis
I'll
on
say
kinda.
Something like a player.
Yeah, he's something like a player.
Something like a player.
Emphasis on kinda. Cause
He cooling that motherfucker all the way off.
no, I don't fuck around, nigga. I ain't got no time for that. I learned that shit over the years, nigga.
See, Tom, you got to go back to them.
Oh,
broke
it's
days.
a little hot right now. 69.
Okay.
69,
All
that's
right.
my favorite number.
God damn it, it is. But I don't never turn this shit off. I leave that shit on, nigga.
Don't have hot sex in the summer. Not too hot. It
Dude
can't be-
bust a lot of nuts though.
You got to, but you can't work up too hard of a sweat, man. You might,
Why not?
I
You
don't
might,
mind
have
it.
you might have a heart
Just
condition.
turn me a fan on. I'm straight.
Do bring a couple bottles of water with you when you do.
The fan got to be on at least level 3.
Oh, yeah.
for
That's
me.
what I'm saying. But I don't mind the heat as
Listen.
long as I got a fan on me. I'm
Two,
straight.
no, 2 is good. Two's
Three.
good.
Three.
If you fucking,
Ceiling fan 2 is
if
good.
you're fucking,
Fucking.
3.
Fucking
Nah,
ceiling
yeah.
fan 2 with no comforter.
Well, I ain't got no ceiling
Listen, if
fan.
you
I ain't
ain't
rich.
dripping sweat, you ain't fucking. So that's at least a 3.
I need
okay?
a 3.
Yeah.
I need the
I
ceiling
have
fan.
no comforter on.
I need the ceiling fan with the fucking big ass fan sitting, the box fan in the window, and a little tiny
You the
micro
kind
fan
of
and
nigga
shit.
to fuck doggy style. Put the goddamn whirlwind on your ass.
Hell yeah. I can find that vortex, nigga. I got all the fans focused on one point. Nigga, like, you about to get this shit now, motherfucker.
Listen,
I'm not fucking
If
playing.
you ain't comfortable, it ain't going down.
Nope.
Right,
Nah,
man.
nigga, you gotta
Yo,
stop, nigga. I tried
yeah.
that shit. Yeah, if you ever tried to do some shit, you fucking sweating like, bitch, get off me. I'm straight. I'm good. We try this shit another time. I'm
done.
good,
We're
nigga.
done here.
Hey, that's
Sweaty
all right.
sex sucks. I'm good.
Do
The
cut your
whole
pubic
operation.
hair this summer.
Oh hell yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Please do.
Man and women.
Ugh.
You gotta,
Pubic hair low.
yeah.
Be considerate to your other people that's taking
Nobody-
care of you
Nobody
orally.
wants mush.
That's gross. Got all that sweat up in the hairs and shit.
Mm-mm.
You dirty bitches.
Ugh.
That's disgusting. Shape, y'all know my motherfucking rule.
No, I know hair.
No motherfucking hair below the eyebrows.
Yeah, you're there. You're there.
If you got that shit, I'll give you 1, maybe 2, maybe even 3 times. But after that, nah, I'm done with you after that. You gotta fucking cut that shit.
Now, what's weird to me is, and I never heard this shit my whole life, but apparently women is out here complaining that niggas got stanky dicks out here. Like that's some crazy shit to me. Like,
No, that's them bitches that be too desperate for it. Be checking them niggas after they get off of work. That's their fault.
well,
Just
I
know-
thought, I
Tell
thought-
your
I
nigga
thought-
to get in the shower.
I was about to say, I thought that
And
was
you
a thing. I
good.
thought-
Like, yo, if you want some, get your ass in the shower and we good.
Just know your sack's gonna hang low because it's trying to stay cool.
That's
this
true.
summer.
How about it? If you going on a date, do wash your ass, okay? You might get some at the end of the night. Do wash your ass. Please don't go out with stanky balls.
You got no. You got to hit the little spot. You know your tank with a little bit of that shit.
Clean it, all that shit, okay? That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying
man.
clean it, but you use the
Balls hang lower in the summer. I'm
balls
just saying.
hang lower in the summer, dog.
This is facts.
Do
When
not
I fucking-
sit on your balls this summer. Have
No,
you sat on your
yeah.
nuts yet? It's not a good
Nah, my
experience.
shit don't.
I ain't that old.
Sorry,
goddamn.
no,
Nah, I ain't-
my grip's low,
Come on
nigga.
now.
That's all I'm saying.
Shit.
I'm straight on that.
Do not sit
That's
on
some
your
old
balls.
man shit right
You
there.
sit on some John Stockton shit.
My
You
shit
like,
still got a little bit of retraction to it. This shit kind of bounced back a little bit.
got some elasticity on
my,
his
my
balls.
shit don't. Yeah, that's the word. My shit don't hang that low
Nigga got
yet.
some elasticity on his shit.
I got about 10 more years for that
Nigga,
happening.
nigga nuts is bungee jumping.
I mean, at the same, right out the chair.
Just as long as they're not beating on Congos, nigga, you good.
I mean, that same
George,
logic
George,
applies,
George,
right? Like,
jungle.
don't sit on your titties if they're too big. Then it's
Don't-
God damn, that's some big ass titties.
Yeah, hey.
If you can sit on them motherfuckers.
No, sit on them.
them
Don't,
bitches hang low. Though.
I was gonna say
Don't cuff 'em.
don't let them go underneath your arm. That's all I was gonna
that
say.
too, shit.
But if you can sit on them, you got some huge ass
Hey,
titties.
listen, you ever just see the titty just roll under? Like,
Yeah, I've seen that shit.
The titty just going backwards, just going.
When they laying on the back and they just kind of, hey, it happens. Whatever.
Let it breathe. Let it breathe.
That's wild.
Damn, what else for the summer? Yeah, just don't have hot sex. That's the worst. I think that's probably the worst thing about summer.
Nothing's wrong with hot sex.
I don't
Yeah,
like
no,
hot
LL
sex.
Cool J told you that.
I need to be
nigga,
cool, man.
It's a lot wrong
hot
with
sex
it.
on the platter
No,
makes the
I'm
mission
straight.
complete.
It's
If
a
you
lot
like
wrong with
17, 18, okay.
17. There you go.
No, because you desperate for it. Because you desperate for it then. But if you somebody our
back
age,
in time,
nigga,
bro. If you like 17, 18.
if you our age, nigga, you trying to be comfortable, dog. I wear different shoes because I'm trying to be fucking comfortable all the goddamn time. I ain't trying to fucking be hot and this fucking sweaty and shit like, yeah, this shit feel good. Nah, fuck all that, bitch. Get the fuck off me. Turn the motherfucking fan on in this bitch. I'm straight.
I don't, you know. It's
I
cool.
ain't trying to have hot sex.
It's cool for like 90 seconds. Then it's like, all right, that's enough. Of
Yeah,
this shit.
exactly, nigga. That ain't time for
Yeah.
shit. And I ain't trying to move. If I'm already in it, I ain't about to stop. Go turn the fucking motherfucking fan on or the air on because the air take a minute to get
Yeah, you
on.
lose
Fuck
your
all
heart
that. I need to,
You
from the
lose your heart.
beginning,
I get up, I lose my heart on
Exactly.
It ain't going
You gotta
nowhere.
start
if I gotta stop
It ain't
or
going nowhere.
reposition or anything, you know what? Let's call it a wrap.
gotta
I'm
start
done.
over.
I'm
Y'all two
good.
niggas sound old as a motherfucker.
Goddamn straight. I'm
God
just
damn.
good, nigga.
I'm losing my heart on.
I'm good.
I'm good. It's gone. Fuck it.
You gotta stay focused,
over. I'm done.
motherfucker.
Fuck it.
Can you focus on me? Whatever the fuck that shit is on that TV.
Yep. Can you focus?
Nah,
on it?
You
nigga.
the type of nigga to watch do it with TV on, ain't you? That's the problem.
Yeah, he got all kind of commercials and shit.
Nah, I will. Nah, I will. If it's like that, I ain't about to stop.
Yeah, yeah, they gonna be banging it to the
When
facts and
I
shit.
do something, it's music preferred.
This nigga over
But
here.
sometimes it go down. You know what I'm
Little
saying?
Marion got you into some pussy, huh?
No, I ain't fucking to Omarion.
Yeah,
No, I ain't fucking to Omarion.
Omarion will not be on the playlist.
Doom, doom, doom. Touch.
So that's a good one.
That's
What y'all? What music y'all fucking to?
I don't fuck to any music.
None?
You a weirdo.
You like to hear her breathe.
I dare breathe.
You
That's
a
whack.
fucking weirdo.
No,
I got a playlist.
It's not. Yeah, I got playlists too, but I'm not like preferably like. All right, my dick's get hard. Here, let me put on her. Go.
I prefer
I literally had getting some Gucci Man playing the other day.
Gucci Man.
Hey. Quarter pound, half pound. Hey.
Limo.
Getting domed up. That's
Sometimes,
neither here
man.
nor there.
I'm
But
about to say,
but
No, I throw you on some. If you got Pandora,
Pandora with no commercials.
throw you on. Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't do the commercial shit. You gotta have the shit that you pay
Anytime I
for.
want to go, I see my Dr. Wayne.
Um,
dog, that is dog. There's
What's the
nothing worse.
motherfucker's name?
Nothing.
Spark and Sango. Y'all ever heard of them?
Spark.
SPRKT and Sango.
Nah, nigga,
It's
this
new
is
to
some
me.
Voodoo shit, man.
Put that shit on there.
To say that's the playlist.
I mean, this nigga over
That's
here.
the station on Pandora.
It's going down.
Yep.
This nigga over here fucking the relaxation music. Nigga Tom be having.
I
white
ain't
noise and
fucking the
goddamn
Zen music and
ocean
shit.
I like Tom's playlist choices, so
I'm just saying,
I'm gonna
trust me, nigga.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
respect
fucking
the
to this
station.
Do that.
Playlist
Do
question.
some
Hey.
Janet Jackson, Moist.
See,
And what?
Man,
Do that. You nigga, you think I'm booked?
I'm about to
Nigga, you
say.
better. Would you mind? Janet Jackson, would you
I
mind?
think you should write that
Nigga.
down. BTF Teek. I think you should write
Moist
that down.
and wet is
Tank,
I don't
when
wanna
we?
hear- I don't want to. I don't
Nigga.
want to hear Michael Jackson, bro.
Tank, when,
How
nigga.
gay as hell. Tank got me into this pussy,
Yeah,
nigga.
all right, fuck
Hey.
around. You on the front of me? That's
The
cool.
music ain't for you. You know
It ain't
what I'm
for me.
saying? It ain't. It's the mood. It's
I gotta
What
have
I'ma do-
bitches- I gotta have bitches singing.
That's
to
what
me.
I do. I do this for y'all. I ain't been posting shit at all on social media,
Same.
but I'll post my fucking playlist for y'all, and y'all gonna thank me later. I promise you gonna thank me later.
the it's going down playlist.
Yeah, y'all gonna thank me
I can't be
later.
over there hitting the bra from the back and be like, man, this Tom shit, yo. this is this nigga be doing.
Super pause.
Super pause. Yeah, see what I'm
First
saying?
of all, you got to
If
put it
that's
on.
what-
If anybody hands you a playlist, you got to put it on random. You can't just play it in the
If
order
that's
they
what
gave
you
you.
thinking, kill yourself. How about
Flat
that?
out, yeah.
If I send you this playlist and you think about, oh yeah, this what Tom listens to, yeah, kill yourself. How about that? They deserve you in hell. That's what the fuck needs to happen. Fuck all that shit.
Help me dies of gonorrhea and rises in hell.
Don't do
You
that
know
shit.
what? Yeah. No. You know,
That's
you know
what. That's not what I meant by it.
You are correct. Regular ass time. You are correct.
I'm just saying.
I
I
wonder
got
what he
like
was doing to a track 4.
120 tracks that like get you right.
This nigga over here chafing after 120 tracks.
You know,
No, I ain't saying
commentary.
fucking all the 120 tracks, nigga. I'm just saying this shit should last
Break
you
it up
over.
in sequences.
Yeah,
I hear
because
you. And
you might get like 4 or 5 tracks out of me. That's about it. And it's a wrap, nigga.
5 tracks.
I'm good.
Well, if they
I'm
find
done.
the tracks
these,
down,
no, these are
you know.
EPs over here.
I'm
This is
done.
EPs. Yeah.
Early
You get a
plays.
mixtape
Yeah,
from
right.
me and I'm
minute
out.
22s on this nigga.
Yeah.
You get a mixtape from me and
That
I'm
nigga
out.
dropping
Drama King.
He dropping a good music release. Nigga got 11 minutes and 17 seconds for your ass.
I'm good.
Rewind.
That's all you gonna get. That's all I got to give.
That's all I got to give. Listen, man, we talk about music, and this is kind of rounding it out, closing it down here. You know, we talked earlier offline a little bit about, you know, what determines a classic album. And I know we brought up hip hop before. Those of you guys have been following us for a long time, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to dive too deep into the hip hop realm of things. However, I wanted to have some, you know, top, what is this? 2, 4, 6. Yeah. Top 6. Because the 5 is with the 6 and
Got you.
100% albums. And we're
We're
talking
not doing no
classics
five
as
no
in 100%. You can literally play this shit from start to finish, from finish to start, backwards, sideways, random. And no matter what, you're never going to hit skip on it. And I want you gentlemen briefly for the internet to just speak on it briefly. I'll go through a list of these top 6 that we decided that we have. And we'll start backwards. Aquemini, Outkast, Regular Ass Time.
That's backwards?
Backwards.
So that's number 6?
We'll just, no, it's no particular
no
order.
order.
No
No
order.
particular
Oh, okay.
order. No
No
particular
order.
order.
100% classic album.
Yes.
No skip tracks on that album at all.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Outkast probably determine what my music that I go towards as far as hip hop is.
Mhm.
They like killed it. Like Outkast is like one of the gods.
The
You know what
upper
I'm saying?
echelon.
That they are that bar for me. I don't think there will be anything greater than Outkast that ever comes out. But Aquemini album is just I mean, that was, you got Southern Playalistic ATLians, but Aquemini was just like, they found their fucking groove and they got that shit right. You know what I mean? Like,
Scumbag Sherm.
I always knew that like something was dope if my mom's fucked with it because she ain't fuck with nothing.
that's
And
facts.
and Aquemini for me was one of them albums. I can let the whole album play and she ain't gonna trip. She might even want to hear a track back, like, oh, what was that? What are you playing? You know. So yeah, for me, yeah, it's perfection, bro. Like that's one of them shit, man. It might if you told me it was the greatest hip hop album ever, I couldn't really disagree with you. I'm sure somebody gonna be like, oh, you don't know what y'all talking about. But I personally couldn't disagree with you if you told me that. So yeah, that's one of the only 100% albums I can just go every song. And that's rare. That's because that's what we talking about. Like
100%.
100%.
100% is means you can't skip a
Can't
track.
skip. And
Every single track is fire.
and we're all on consensus on the criminal.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
that's
and that's
it.
the thing. Like, even for me, is that, you mentioned, Mom Dukes, and it's the thing of, there was a George Clinton track on there. You know what I'm saying? It had it had that funk. To me, they Outkast, they were raw on Southern Playalistic Cadillac funk music. ATLians came out. They were trying to find their niche. They grew. They in. This was just like, yo, it solidified their career, and they were like, yo, we're here, and this is, we're gonna make the dopest shit and the dopest sounding, most eclectic shit y'all never heard, because to me that sounded like nothing else at its time. Period.
Undeniable is what the word. You know what I'm saying? You can't. What you heard is just you can't deny that shit. Like
Kanye West, late registration, Sherm,
Oh, 100%.
100%.
I told y'all I don't agree with this, but I'll give it to y'all. I do think the album.
Because you didn't like Roses out of all tracks.
There's a few I don't like on there,
That
but
blows my fucking mind.
yeah, man, I felt the album was a little pretentious, man. I just did. Something about this album just feels like arrogance to me.
Is that not Kanye?
It's
It
right.
is. That is a form of Kanye. I'll give you that. You're right. That is a form of Kanye. Arrogance, sure, yeah. This nigga's gonna make like a 7 deadly sins for every goddamn album he make, huh? So what was his last album, like Gluttony or some shit? I don't know. But all I'm saying is I fucks with it, but like I don't care for Testify, for one. I really don't. That song really bothers me. It's the horns. And I don't really like Lupe
Fiasco
too much, to be honest. As a
Julio,
hip hop
whatever
artist,
his name
I
is.
don't care for Lupe.
Wow, but you fucked with Tracy Ellen Ross and Nia Long in the music video.
I don't even remember the video, but I'm gonna have to go back.
Con-
Knievel, as Evil Knievel.
Touch the sky.
Sherm is anti-music video, so
Touch the sky.
Nigga, he was in the videos back then.
Yes, he was.
What year was that? I ain't have cable for a
Touch
long
the
time.
sky video?
Touch the sky.
Boy, he act like Evil Knievel, nigga.
I'm
Got
gonna
the
have
big
to
ass fro?
YouTube it. I'm gonna have to YouTube it. I'm drawing a blank.
Regular ass time.
I'm drawing a blank. Regular ass time.
Late Registration is my favorite Kanye album. There's no skippers on that for me, especially Roses. That track itself is like so fucking sentimental. Like if you can't relate to that, you need to fucking kill yourself because you're a fucking
I sound harsh.
you're a
don't
demon
I?
spawn if you can't relate
you're
to
an
that shit.
insensitive bastard.
Yeah,
I am.
exactly.
That is just kind of how it goes. Blackheart.
Regular ass time.
So I'll break it down to you like this. So he's because this Roses shit is fucking with me, like for real.
I mean, you have roses
'Cause
on your arm.
I do. I have
You
fucking
literally
two.
do have roses.
Like
I'm
instead of like
not mad at it. Did you
like
did you
instead
form an
of
auntie
buying
team?
flowers, we're the roses.
Did you form an auntie team?
Huh?
Did you
Hell,
form-
fuck yeah! Like
See?
what the fuck?
All right.
Like, come on, Sherm, you killing me right here now.
Regular
son.
ass
I'm
time.
just saying.
So,
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
oh my god,
East
that's
East 1990.
100%
Why?
classic.
Why?
I can remember, and I'll just give a little side story. Back in the day when I used to work on houses for my grandfather and shit, I can remember.
Who's playing Bone? Nigga?
Hell yeah.
Oh, you was a
We
Rufus-
was
Rufus
fucking. We
Records
had
ass
the little
nigga.
fucking the
Hey.
boom box and shit,
Right.
the Sony boom box
With
with
a
the little
CD?
CD fucking
Right.
shit. Put that shit on me. Shout out to Dondre. Shout out to Schmel. Shout out to Dewan. We would fucking be cleaning these houses. Shout out Appeline and fucking Chicago. That's how hood and fucking we was and shit, nigga.
Tom is legit.
We was cleaning that shit, nigga. We would post that shit up in the fucking basement because it's an echo and that shit fucking rises. Facts. Do that shit, I guarantee you. You turn that shit all the way up in the basement, you'll hear that shit through the fucking vents all the way up to the upstairs. And, you know, we used to kick niggas
Inertia.
out. Shit, when my grandfather used to kick niggas out and shit. And they, you know, when niggas get kicked out, evicted,
Yeah.
they get pissed, so they fuck shit up. So our job.
Hold on. Was you playing Mr. Bill Collector when you?
No,
came through?
not me. My
Mr.
grandfather
Bill
was.
Collector.
Yeah. We was a cleanup crew and shit.
We about to get put out
So
tonight.
we would go in there, put that shit on, and we would play that shit. And I can remember us doing like 4 or 5 houses, just blasting that shit, not having to skip, not having nothing. So that shit is like instilled in my fucking brain. And it's like, but legit, if I listen to it to this day, there is no track I will skip on Bone.
It's 99 Scumbag Sherm.
I give you that though, because I feel the same way. I mean, I remember when Bone first came on the scene, I was literally in 5th grade, bro. I can picture Lil Sherm in 5th grade, fucking
Lil
library
Sherm.
class, talking, with my comrades and shit.
Comrades.
And we were
Russian nigga?
and we were discussing
Vladimir, motherfucker. Vladimir Sherm.
This is what was happening. This was happening, Tom. And we were discussing what was their first album? Standing on the corner straight, slanging rocks.
Oh, I hated that. That was Thuggish Ruggish Bone.
Right. Okay.
I hated Eazy-E's verse, by the way. It's terrible.
Wow.
So I dash, I ducks, and I hide behind a tree.
Make
So
it
this nigga
to
just
the
behind a tree like this.
Make it to the
See
popos.
me.
Don't see me, nigga. Yes.
Whack as fuck. Get out of here.
Yes.
Better keep going.
But that album comes out. It made a mark just because they were speed rapping.
Yes.
5th grade Sherm, yes, nigga. You niggas is rapping 2,000 words a second.
Yes.
I need that
Yes.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens later, like 2 years later, East 99 came out, and the older heads was playing it hard and heavy.
Mhm.
Hard and heavy. I remember that shit playing. Maybe it was just the Midwest thing, because I swear
was.
East 99 gets no love outside of the
No, it
Midwest.
doesn't.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it got love in Cali for a little bit, and that's it. I'm the same way. I remember hearing that speed rap,
You know what I'm saying?
and like you're like, what the fuck is this?
yeah.
And it was crazy because as you dive into their music, you're like, all right, what is East 99? And then you're like, oh, okay, these niggas is on some skull shit. And as a kid, you're like, skulls ain't shit. Then they like make Mr. Ouija and shit. You're like, all right, they talking about a Ouija board?
They had a lot, man.
It's like some weird shit. And this is when CDs, for me, it was like understanding when CDs, you could actually open jewel cases and open up the booklets. And there's like a fucking Ouija board with some skulls. And it like gave niggas bio like Lazy Bone, this. And it's like Crazy Bone, this. Bam, Wish. And it gave all these things. And I'm like, yo, who are these niggas? Yo. And that was the thing is you start to get older and you look at like documentaries and you're like, yo, they just tried to out rap each other. Who could be the fastest one? You're like, that shit was cold.
But that was revolutionary too. And East 99 was probably one of very small amount of albums I bought more than twice.
Facts.
Not even once.
Speaking
you know what I'm
of
saying?
albums you
true.
bought more
That's
than
true.
once or twice, it's Dark and Hell is Hot, Sherm. DMX.
Oh, I love that album, bro. I remember it. I remember it was a Saturday morning. I went up and got that bitch, and I came home with full intentions to bootleg the fuck out of it and make as much money as I possibly could at fucking Cass Technical High School, and I did that. But in the process, I cut the album on, and I was like, "Yo, this shit is fire!" From track 1 to the last track, was it Niggas Done Started Something? The last track
Started something.
with the greatest Mace verse of all time,
And Locks.
and the locks on it.
Mhm.
What's the one shit? Mickey, it's me, Mickey.
That was
You even had
a Crime Story.
Crime Story.
You
You even had a fucking a random Ja Rule appearance.
He did. Yep.
Stop being greedy. Most of that album.
Get at me, dog.
Get at me. The thing about that album is, to me, is X came out 6 months later, literally with Flesh of My Flesh, Blood
Yes.
of My Blood. Niggas forget that.
You know what?
But
that was smart.
2
of him,
albums
though.
in
No,
1
it
year.
wasn't.
I think so.
No,
At the time,
he should have waited another
he
year.
should have waited.
I just think music. I think so though, Sherman. The only reason I think that was smart of him to do that is because if you notice, that was that whole era of, Ja dropped the Vini Vini Vici joint, and it was supposed to be.
He should have waited.
It was supposed to be
He dropped-
it's murder shit with DMX.
He
Ja.
dropped too
Ja
much
wasn't-
fire in 1 year. He dropped too much fire
way
in 1
too
year.
much fire.
That's how
He
he was
should've
able to
waited
make
till
this
next
million.
This
year.
wasn't the internet age. You got to
He
remember
should-
that.
yep,
So
he
when I
should've
think of
waited
that
till next
album,
year.
20 million in the bank.
when I think of that album, right, like,
And where is he now?
and you
Smoking
were
rocks
Exactly.
with Tyrone.
and you were just that's fucked up.
He should have waited.
Well, I'll let me opine on this album for a second, because I remember when you open, like you said, when you open that jewel case,
Mhm.
and I can remember all the credits for like the whole album.
Mhm.
It was only one Swiss Beat album on that track, on that whole.
Well,
CD.
that was that Rough Riders anthem,
Rough
right?
Riders anthem, right? So
Right,
6
yeah.
months later, and to me, honestly, Rough Riders anthem might be the weakest beat pound for pound on the whole album. Because
I
Dame
agree.
Grease and fucking Irv Gotti
I agree.
and all these
Ooh.
rugged,
You
hardcore
know
New
what,
York
Sherm?
niggas.
I
was-
think
agree.
you might be right.
You're definitely right.
Pound for pound, it kind of
I
was
think
soft.
on that
it was
album,
candy. Compared to everything else,
That's an interesting point, man. I think you're right. That shit, compared to everything else,
it was candy. Like,
yeah, ATF, boom, 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 open the door.
and that's my thing. 6 months later, that second album was pretty
And
much
it's all
Swiss.
Swiss. Come on, it's all
And it ain't even touching the first one at all. So for me, It's Dark and Hell Is Hot was like, it was pretty much 100% for me, bro. Like, top to bottom. And DMX put his foot. Remember how DMX came in the game with all them hot verses? This was no internet, nothing. DMX was like a motherfucking a shooting star coming out of nowhere, like a supernova.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And he dropped the classic. So
right place, right time.
right, yeah.
No, I definitely think that was a classic album. I definitely don't think he should have dropped the albums back to back. They both were dope, but it's almost like he kind of put out his own fire by doing that. Because it's like you set this expectation of, oh shit, I could drop 2 fucking platinum albums or whatever the fuck
And they both were platinum
in
albums.
1 year.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, okay, all right, nigga, what you about to do next? You about to do 3 the next year? No, I ain't gonna do shit.
Commercially,
It's
it worked like a motherfucker.
And I think that is.
Then he went super commercial. Like, super.
But
he did
where
Party
all
Up.
his fucking hits was fucking on commercials and
It
shit.
was
did
Tutti
Party
Frutti,
Up
and that's
and
a
it
whole
was
other
over.
story. But it's crazy because if you look at sales,
Mhm.
I'm just talking about hardcore sales. I'm not talking about what's hot in the street, who had what, and who this, the other producer, lyrics. I'm not talking about that. DMX had potential and did that year. Look at the sales.
Oh yeah.
More so than Jay-Z.
Oh yeah.
sure,
Like I
yeah.
said, DMX was like a supernova.
and
at
could
that
have
time.
been
For
that,
sure.
and could have been that guy. All the shit you see on backstage and all this shit back in the
He
day,
fucked it
where
up, though.
this mysterious like battle between X and Jay, and
He fucked that
how
up. though.
X had this massacre verse. It's sad to see what drugs
He
do to our
fucked it
people.
up.
It's sad to see what
He
drugs
could have
do to our
been that
people.
nigga. He fucked that
and
shit
for
up.
me, that album was my shit. I remember buying that CD, wearing the fuck out of that CD. I think I was Metropolitan Mattress Days, flipping mattresses and loading mattresses and throwing pissy mattresses at the dump and everything like that. Letting people borrow the CD, getting the CD scratched, getting it back. But then my brother at the time, younger brother, flips the CD over on his belly, face up on the Expedition. This is when the Expeditions came out. In the dash, on top, and
Oh.
the sun mutilated this
Ah,
bitch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, not my X CD. And I
Yeah.
went, took my ass to Second City, probably 17 or 18.99. Bought another This Dark as Hell Is Hot. Favorite album, Black on Both Sides, Most Def.
Oh God.
Sherm, go.
It might be my favorite hip hop album of all time, and I know I'm a little biased. I don't know. My shout out to the homie L. He put me up on this album in like '99. L's one of them dudes. I go over his crib and he's got shit, and I'm like, "Yo, L, what's this?" And he's like, "Yo, just listen to it." I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll listen to
And the
it.
first track
In
is
that voice, too.
You're like, what is
You
this
know
shit?
what I'm saying? Yeah, and he's riffing throughout the whole album. But as it turns out, like Aquemini, Mos Def put out like I want to say a flawless hip hop album, man. And I know I was riffing to you earlier about the one track, and it's not an automatic skip. 6 out of 10 times I probably listened to it.
Yeah.
What track was that again?
That was at people that come into the night like spacesuits.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
a
yeah.
weirdo, like it's slow and it's a singing track. It's a crooning track.
Okay,
It's crooning.
And most was good for the crooning.
Most is definitely good for the
Definitely.
crooning.
But when we talking 100%, I gotta put Black on Both Sides on there because, and honestly, the last 2 tracks, Mathematics and Mr. Nigga, might be the best ending of a hip hop album. of all
Mathematics
time.
with the Erykah Badu sample and Do Your Math
I think
and Mr. Nigga.
I think personally for me, like
Jesus.
people talk about like, oh, Black Star, all this shit. That album was what defined. That's what makes Mos Def what he is, in my personal view. Like what people want to see him come back to or whatever. I mean, it'll never
Right,
happen
right,
again. But I'm
right.
just saying,
Yeah, because he's
Whatever-
he's Yasin Bey now.
right? Whatever established Mos Def as Mos Def, it wasn't Black Star. It was that
It was
fucking
that
album.
I agree
Absolutely.
with
In my
you.
personal
And
opinion, That's just me.
and the thing for me, that was like that whole, people want to call it that backpack era. Shout out to the boy Ernest. This is like old school
I
Mr.
wouldn't
Allen
call it
days.
backpack
This is
era.
it's backpack era
I wouldn't
because this
call
is
it that either.
no,
Not
because
that
this
album.
this is around the time. If you think about it, this is around the time Roots. You really start digging into the Roots. right? You really start digging into Talib Kweli, Black Star.
But that's not
You-
backpack.
No, it's those are all the backpack era ish people because they were.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? They were more of the grime. They weren't ODB. They weren't Wu Tang. They weren't DMX. They weren't Jay-Z. This was more of like an underground sound that made a mainstream pop.
Yeah, these were
right?
the folks that were like Kanye fans before they knew they were Kanye fans.
First
like,
nigga with
oh,
a Benz
shit.
and a backpack,
Yeah.
right? So for me, it was that solidified it, and the fact that the transition for Mos Def beyond Black Star and beyond that album to see Jordan Brand, a company like Nike, who had epic commercials. When Jordan actually used Umi Says
Yeah, for the Ray Allen commercial.
in the Ray Allen joint,
Yeah.
people were like, "We love Ray Allen. What song is that?"
Yeah.
And blew the fuck like Mos Def went. And I mean, this is a nigga from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I agree. That album, backwards, forwards, upside down,
And
fire.
I agree.
I'll admit, and I think the internet should go ahead and just for the, shits and giggles, go ahead and YouTube the Umi Says Ray Allen Team Jordan break because he's playing like ball in the park, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And social media wasn't social media back then.
No.
You're right.
So
that was
most
a hell of an advertising
So most
campaign.
people don't
Impactful.
even know about that shit.
Yeah,
So most people
man.
don't know. So internet, if you're listening in and you fuck with Jordan, and you fuck with kicks and you sneakers and all that jazz, to Sherm's point, go YouTube, Umi, UMI says Mos Def Jordan. Some shit'll pop up and it's crazy. Last one before we get out of here.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna hit this one. I'll start off with this one and I'll throw it to you, Sherm. Dr. Dre's Chronic 2001. So for me, this is it hit home on a couple levels for me, right? It just hits home on a couple levels for me. So for me, Sherm was the master of
CDs.
CDs, nuts,
That
CDs,
was a former
motherfucking-
life. That was a
as
former
a formal life, you know what I'm
Former life.
saying? And we're talking about shit early. I'm not talking about you getting Jordans 3, 4, 5 days, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks
What was it,
early.
a year?
It was damn near
It was a few
8
months.
months.
Yeah,
it was
it was a
6
bunch
to
of
8
months.
It
months.
was about a year.
It was 6
It was-
to 8 months
yeah.
to a year where
when that shit was
Sherm-
called 2000.
dog, when it was
Yeah, yeah.
2000.
Not 2001.
Not
One.
That means we taking over this shit. You hear? Like, I remember getting that on disc and playing it. And not only did I play this, but I like got sucked into this album.
We played the fuck out of that.
Because this album, West Coast sound for me back then and 2000, 2001 was insane. We talked
Yep.
about Bone. We talked about a lot of great classic albums here.
Mhm.
We didn't listen to Dre 2001 for lyrics so much.
That's true.
The beats
Yeah.
were cracking, first of all. And we were like, what is Dre
right.
gonna do with these motherfucking lyrics?
Yeah.
And my thing was, I'm hearing shit. This is before, what was that, 1999 or not? 199. Still hitting them corners in them Lolos, girl. For that shit
That
before
was Still
DRE.
Still DRE.
before
Yeah,
Still
yeah, yeah.
DRE, before la da 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 da, it's the motherfucking before all the radio shit got to it. It was insane because Dre just seemed to collectively have Snoop. Eminem was really catching fire at this point. You already had Slim Shady LP out. Marshall Mathers LP
True,
was like
true.
being in the works. And to me, the collaborative effort with Hitman and Snoop and Daz and Corrupt and all these people, man, that came together to make this dope ass Chronic 2001 album just was fire. And that's the album. And I know you had, with the exception of the last joint, the sign, the Talking to Tyreek or whatever the last shit is with his brother.
The
With
message, I
Mary
think
J,
it
the
is.
message. Yeah. Message. Listen. I get that. But I think for him, that kind of capped off that album because you haven't heard shit else since, man. And for me, I can go back. We used to joke at Hitman's lyrics. We used to joke at the interludes were hilarious.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Jake Steed interludes. And, it's just like, to me, this is a complete package of an album where if you're not listening to Dr. Dre's Chronic 2001, I don't know what you're listening to in hip hop.
No, I mean, I agree with you. I can remember when Still DRE dropped, and to be honest, it came out of nowhere.
The simplicity of it.
Yeah, with the ukulele sample.
It's one fucking
and,
key.
You know what I mean? Was it a piano? I don't know what the hell the sample was.
Yeah, no.
Whatever the fuck it was.
All
Yeah.
I know is it was dope at the end of the day. We found out later it was written by Jay-Z.
Yep.
That was a little disappointing. I ain't gonna lie, but whatever. Who
Dre,
cares?
But I can
What
see
do you
Drake.
expect?
But it's
From Dr.
Dre.
Dre.
It's Dre.
Yeah,
It's Dre. And that's I'm flashing back to 2000 Sherm. Like,
Mhm.
because
Yeah,
I
true.
was super heavy in hip hop. You don't bring no ghostwriter to me. Like,
Yep.
nigga, no, you don't count if you got a ghostwriter. But looking back on it, Jay-Z wrote him a classic song, and it got that album the buzz it needed to make a classic album.
Mhm.
And like you said, the Aftermath machine was in full force at that time with fucking Eminem and the 50 and Exhibit and Dr. Dre.
Mhm.
I'm just sad that Hitman never got his shine off that album.
He never took off.
Hitman is like another who? Hitman is like another.
I don't think there's nobody else like
Nah,
Hitman.
Hitman's
might
like another
just-
Jada Kiss, and the reason I say that is
No, because
I think Jada had his solo albums, but I don't think Hitman could have evolved without the rest of his group.
Hitman didn't evolve. Hitman was a flash in the pan, one artist album that pretty much wrote all of 2001,
Mm-hmm.
and you never heard from him again. Like he dropped a classic
I wonder
and
what
kept
them
it
kind of
moving.
niggas is doing.
I hope he's successful in whatever he's doing.
Right,
to be
in
honest
the
with you,
studio
but
somewhere.
I have no
At
idea.
somebody's house.
You know?
Somebody else.
That's my only thing about 2001. I love that album from top to bottom, but the plight of Hitman kind of fucks with me. Like, damn.
Regular
No.
ass time. Where you at?
I mean, Chronic 2001 was my shit. Like, I played that shit like over and over and over and over again. Like, I remember that shit came out. It got to the point where I was so serious about it. I remember writing "Act Right" on my fucking backpack and fucking cash.
ACK.
And I can remember a chick
RITE.
asked me, like, what the fuck does that mean? I was like, you need to get some. Bitch. I remember saying that shit. I got shit smacked out of me, but whatever the fuck. It doesn't matter. But what Dr. Dre has done, I mean, that's his. He only had fucking what, 3 albums, whatever the fuck. But
Yeah, technically, right? Yeah.
technically, but that was it. Like, there's no skippers on that for me either. And by far, that's probably the only album from front to back that I can recite word for word without fail. That's
Yeah.
the only album because I played it that fucking much.
Yeah.
Out of any album in existence, that's the only one I could do that
It's
shit
that.
from front
It's
to
that,
back.
and the fact that you can sit back and know exactly what song is coming next.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that shit does it for me. This Chronic 2001 is probably the best album I've ever heard in my life.
Well,
You know what I
Love
mean?
that.
Like that's probably number one for me.
I ain't even mad at it.
If
Tom.
I had
ain't
to
even mad
rate
at it.
what we're talking about right now,
Absolutely.
that
100%.
is number one. Aquemini is probably number 2. And then whatever else after that. Kanye.
Bone.
Maybe Kanye. It's between Black on Both Sides and Kanye.
And,
but-
and those are some things, internets, we want you to take a look at, man, right? So we talk about Dr. Dre's Chronic 2001, Mos Def's Black on Both Sides, DMX, It's Dark and Hell is Hot, Bone Thugs and Harmony, East 99, Outkast, Aquemini, and Kanye West, Late Registration. Again, whether you agree with this or not, fuck with the albums, check them out, dive into it, learn the samples, learn who did what, who wrote what. And I think you'll appreciate it like us, man. This has been an awesome, awesome show. And we hope you've enjoyed the content. Listen, we don't want to forget our network partners because if you guys have been tuning in each and every week or every other week because we haven't put anything out in 2, doesn't matter. You wouldn't know. If you do, check out the G-Spot girls, man. You got to definitely check them out on the G-Spot podcast. Your boy LV is brewing a daily batch of whatever on the Daily Brew podcast. He just uploaded a new episode this past week, so you've got to check that out. Stay in tune. Follow us. Again, we're on Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher. We're on every main platform. This is the Blue Tigers Fitted Podcast Internet. Scumbag Sherm, Regular Ass Time, myself, BTF Teek. Holla at us, man. Get at us. Tweet us. Do your thing. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.